guys, welcome to Body and Mind. Today we are going to be doing that yoga Pilates variations of some movements and working on that breathing, flexibility with some stretching, dynamic and static, and a little bit of balance and such too. So we're going to start here in just a couple minutes, but I wanted to give you a opportunity to know a little bit more about what we do. So we think about that deep breathing all the way down to your belly button, and then exhaling all the way out. And the stretching, when I talk about dynamic and static stretching, dynamic stretching is we're moving through the stretch, we're not holding. That static stretching is that hold. We really get into it, really feel the muscles stretch during that time. That is our hold stretch. So we're going to be working some standing, some seated on to the back, and then some in that plank and downward dog position. So if you need a mat, go ahead and grab a mat. I'm going to have one today. It's outside and it's kind of wet, so I wasn't able to grab it today. I didn't think to bring it in last night. But if you need a chair for when we go to that planking position, you can have your hands on the chair and go into that position. That way, when we do the seated stretches, like the butterfly and such, you can be in the chair doing them that way too if you need to. There are some kind of rollbacks, but everything is modified so you can have the chair or not. Make sure you have some water close by. And then finally, the chair is there for any balance you might need, or a wall is good for that too if you need little extra for balance or coordination. So, because it sometimes moves us off in the other way. We're going to be doing balance at the very, very end when our muscles are tired. They don't want to do it. That's when we're going to be pushing through to that balance work, that tree pose and such. All right, so first off, as it is time to start, we're going to start in that standing position. Now, I talk about 3 different leg placements. First off, we have that hip stance. I think that back there's 4. One is narrow. Feet are together. All right, that's that narrow stance. Then hip width apart. If you took your hands and placed them on your hips and took them straight down your legs, you would run into the tops of your toes. The second one is shoulder width apart. If your thumbs were at your shoulders and you brought them down to those hips and your fingertips went straight down, you would go to just inside the knee. But the shoulders, you would still land on the top of the toe if you shoulder width. You would go down and you would actually land right on top of the toes. Wide stance is when you go in front of the knee. So come forward a little bit. They also call it horse stance in a lot of martial arts. Toes usually go out to the corners. You had your hands on your hips, you came down, your hands would come to the inside of your legs. They could be here to the inside of the legs, or they can be out farther, depending on your balance and your stability. So we're going to start right now in that hip width stance. They're right underneath those hips. We're going to roll the shoulders back. Take a deep breath like you're trying to breathe in from the opposite side of the room. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Roll those shoulders back. Drop it down. Exhale. Relax the back. Inhale. Knees are soft, not locked out. Weights in the heels. Always thinking ground up. Focusing on those muscles. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more. Chin is parallel to the floor. Take those arms out, just float them out a little bit from the sides, rotate those wrists. Take them the other way. And drop them down. We're going to float them up. And exhale, float them down. Don't let them go higher than your shoulders. Inhale, float up. Exhale, float down. Working on those shoulders, just giving some movement to them. Getting them lined up. Inhale. And exhale, bring them forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Give me one more. In. And out. Roll those shoulders back nice and big. And center. Roll them back. And center. Keep doing that. I'm turning up the music a little bit. Roll them back. And center. Last one. Now we're going to take it the other way. Backing up. And center. Not really pulling them forward. We're just centering them as they come down. We're not pulling them all the way forward. Because the odds are in your daily life, one more, odds are in your daily life you do get a little more that way. So we were working on pulling them back and keeping them upright, keeping that chin parallel to the floor. Call it the Angelina Jolie. Whenever you see her in any pictures, her chin is always up. She doesn't ever tuck it down. Keeps us from getting that double chin. All right, take a big inhale. We're going to float the arms all the way up this time. Exhale down. Inhale, float up. Exhale down. Inhale, float those arms up and down. Last one, big float up. And down. All right, we're going to start into that warrior two. I'm going to move my chair out of the way so I have a little more room to move here. We're going to take that front leg, placing it out from the side, okay? So if you have a mat, it would actually go to the front of your mat, the short side. That back leg can come back a little bit more if we need to. From right here, we're going to bend that knee and straighten. Bend it and straighten. Hip might pop, it's okay. There's a difference between soreness and pain. If you're a little sore, that's fine. If you're in extreme pain doing this, bring those legs closer together. We're going to float the arms up. Float them up. Bring them down. Float them up, reach. And bring them down. Float up and reach. And down. One more. Float up. And down. We're going to hold it this time. So hold. Knee is out from the hip. Shoulders are up parallel to the floor. Roll them back. Chin parallel to the floor. Hold that stretch. Feel it in that leg. We're going to go into that reverse warrior now. So we're going to inhale up. Exhale down. We start with dynamic stretching and then move to static. At least that's what we're doing today. Every time we take a class, it's a little different. Inhale up and down. We're going to hold this last one, hold it up. Reach through that side, all the way down that tricep, through that side, into that hip. holding everything for 3 to 5 breaths. And bring it down. Back to that warrior 2, holding it nice and center. We're going to go the opposite way now. We're going to come into that triangle, straighten out that knee. Exhale back down. Inhale, straighten that knee and tilt. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more. Last one. We're going to hold this one. If you can, look up to that upper hand. Now your back should be flat if your shoulders were against a wall. If you're tending to lean forward, come out of it a little bit. Come higher. That's okay. Now, if you want to feel that stretch deeper, you can keep those shoulders parallel. Lean farther down. Come down to the shin, to the foot, or even to the floor. Give me a few more breaths. Exhale, bend that knee, come back up to warrior 2, hold. We're going to turn that back foot, so center yourself, pop that back foot facing this way. We're going to stretch out that hip flexor. We're going to inhale and exhale, pushing that hip down as we bend that knee. Push and exhale. Now you don't have to straighten and bend that knee that much. You can tuck your tailbone and push it forward and then release it back. We're going to hold it here. Hold that dynamic, static stretch. Push that hip down. Feel that hip flexor. Push that ankle away. Chest is tall. Zipping up that zipper on that belly button. Pull it in. Chin parallel to the floor. Hold. We're going to come back, straighten it out. Now turn those feet both wide, like you're in that wide stance, that horse stance we talked about. I'm going to bring mine a little bit more together so I can bring my toes in a little more. We're going to work on that back just a little bit. So, half forward fold down. Inhale, exhale, pull it down. Back is flat. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, release it down. Feel that stretch in those hamstrings. Inhale up. We're only coming halfway. Knees are soft. They're not locked out. Push down. And up. Nice and easy. Now we're going to hold it down this time. Hold that position, flattening out that back. You're looking a few feet in front of your toes. Back is flat, chin isn't tucked. Press through the heels, straighten out those knees, stretch out those hamstrings. That's what that's there for. That's what we're doing this stretch for. They tend to get tight as we sit. Keep that belly button pulled in. Exhale, bend the knees, round up slowly but surely. All right, we're going to go the other direction. I'm going to transition, so I'm at an angle this way. So those toes were a little bit more out. We're going to turn that toe out a little more and pull that back toe in. I'm going to lengthen my feet just a little bit so I have a nice, decent, wide stance for that warrior. We're going to start by just coming into that lunge and out. Pull the belly button in. Zip up that zipper. We're going to float the arms now. So we're going to inhale, float them, lengthen. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, up, lengthen. and down. Inhale up and down. Couple more. Last one. We're going to hold this one. Arms are reaching to opposite ends of the room. Knee is turned out, following those toes. Don't let that knee fall in. Lengthen through. Shoulders back. Chin parallel to the floor. Belly buttons in. All that at once. I know there's a lot. We're going to come into that reverse warrior now. So we're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to hold this last one. Hold it up. Look through the hand, through the palm. Reaching up, stretching out that whole side. If you've done some ab work with me this week, you might be a little sore there. And that's okay. Even breathing. Bring it down. Hold. Straighten out that knee. Bring it down to that triangle. Come back. Couple more. Last one. Hold that triangle. Again, keep those shoulders back. I'm going to turn so you can see how straight my back is. See those shoulders? They're not leaning forward. They're not pushing all the way back. They're nice and parallel, stacked on top of each other. If you need to come out of that to make that happen, you can. Or if you're possible, stretched enough, you can come all the way down. We're going to bend that knee, come back up, warrior two, nice long spine, pull that belly button in, tighten it all up, drop the arms. We're going to turn that back leg in, remember that hip stretch. So feet are still staggered, we're going to press forward. Now this hip for me is always a little tighter than the other. So I feel this stretch a whole lot more on this side. Take it down and up, nice and easy. One more. All right, we're gonna press it down, hold that stretch, push those hips forward, feel that stretch in that hip flexor, right there. That's where we're gonna feel it. Pull that belly button in, rotate those shoulders back, chin parallel to the floor. We're going to bring that back to center. I'm going to walk my feet just a little bit. Now, instead of doing that half forward fold, we're going to come all the way down and come up halfway. So inhale up, exhale, drop down. Press your hands on your thighs if you need to, or bring them all the way down. We're going to lift halfway and down. Lifting halfway and down. Belly button in. If you need your hands on your thighs to help with this, you can. Give me one more. Drop the chin, drop the head, release the back, stretch those legs out. Coming into that full forward fold as much as possible. Bend the knees. Slowly roll up. Give me an inhale at the top and exhale down. We're going to come to our seated position now on the floor, preferably. Always try to get to the floor when you can in these exercises. If something's preventing you from that, that's fine, but when you can, try to get to the floor. It's very good for us, helps us work on a lot of different aspects. We can kind of release a little bit more than we can in the chair. We can get a little bit more movement than we can in the chair. All right, so we're going to start with those toes straight up. I'm going to scoot back so y'all can see my toes. And actually, I'm going to take my shoes off because I can. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. You can even have a stretch band if you want. All we're going to do is put our hands right next to those glutes. Take a little pressure off the glutes. Stretch those toes back. And then point. Bring them back. And point. If your wrists are sore, you can always make a fist. And lengthen. And back. Flex. And point. Technically, they're both a flex. One's a flex one way and one's a flex the other. Bring them back. Relax down. Really lift. If you need to lift the heels up off the ground, they're seated, now they're up. Just stretch through. Go ahead and do that. And then bring those knees into the chest. What we're doing now, I'm going to grab underneath those knees. Now you can do all this seated. It's just a little harder because you're having to like kind of cat and cow versus being here. We're going to grab gently. Not a big grip. We're not grabbing all the way in. We're grabbing gently right here. We're going to round back. Pull those shoulder blades apart to round that back. Inhale. Come up. Exhale. Roll back. Chin to chest. Inhale. Roll up. Now we inhale on the up because we open up the chest. Exhale back because we're collapsing the chest. Inhale and up. Couple more. Round the back. Lengthen that low back. And up. Nice good stretch for the low back. And up. All right, we're going to hold that C spine. So if you need to place your hands right here underneath the legs to give more of a C shape to that spine, you can. I'm rolling back a little bit more. Hold. Pulling the shoulder blades apart, stretching that low back. Come on up. We're going to take those legs back out. We're going to inhale up, releasing those hands, and forward fold. Coming down as far as you can. Now, if keeping those knees as straight as possible, but not locked, there's the difference. Coming down. If you're here, you're here. That's fine. If you're here, you're here. You come down as far as you're able to, reaching as far as you're able to. Then inhale up, exhale low. Try to get a little bit deeper with each breath. One more. Hold it down. Slowly roll up. Bring those knees in. Now, we are going to roll back. Get a drink before we lay on back if you need to. And we're going to lie all the way back. And what we're going to do is we're going to come rolling up. If you can't come all the way down and roll up, you can be where we were before, leaning back and up, but trying to come down a little bit lower. So, lay all the way down. Take those arms overhead. We're going to inhale, exhale, bring the arms up, roll up, reaching past those toes. Roll down one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way down. Inhale up, pulling each vertebrae off. Try not to use momentum. Try to use that core. Roll on back. Hey, Debbie, but you're late to the party, but that's okay. You're at least at the party, right, Debbie? Inhale up. Reach long. Take it back. One more. And roll on back. Right here, put those hands overhead. Lengthen those feet if you can. If you have low back problems, keep the knees bent. Nice and easy. Your fingertips form like a diamond. You're reaching to the sky and slowly back down. Reach up and down. Reach up and down. Couple more. Nice and slow, no momentum. Last one. We're gonna roll up one more time. You can grab underneath those legs if you need to. Sitting up nice and tall. Release the back, release that low spine. From here, this is one reason why I don't have a mat, so I can scoot a little bit better. We're gonna take right leg out, bring that left leg in close to the body. Nice and tight right here. Lift and then relax. Inhale, lift. Bust, guys. Relax. Inhale and relax. We didn't realize the bus was coming today. Inhale and exhale.
They said they wouldn't come.
Tell them they don't need to come anymore.
Sorry it took her so long.
And down. From here, we're going to add a little spinal twist. You can keep your foot right here, or you can cross it. Take that opposite hand out and twist back. Don't keep it dynamic. Come back and forth. Twist. Inhale back to center. Twist, exhale. Inhale to center. Twist. One more. Hold that twist. You can take that hand out. Hold that twist. And if you're here, that's fine. You can be right there. And back to center. Sorry for the interruption today. Now that other leg. Grab it, pull it in as tight as you can. Inhale and relax. Inhale. And relax. This is what happens on rainy days. I'm stuck with the kids. It's alright. It's okay. Adding that twist. So release it and cross it if you can. Take it around. Lengthen. Bring it back to center. Take it around. And back to center. Nice and easy. We're not pushing it too far. We're not twisting too far. Last one. We're going to hold it. Readjust that hand if you need to. And hold that stretch. Hold. Slowly come back to center. All right, we got some glute raises and some windshield wipers. So we're gonna sit on back, nice and easy, rolling that spine down. We're gonna press through the heels. Make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. Yes. Yep, I thought there was one more before we did glute raises. What we're gonna do, we're gonna open up those hips. So drop those knees out, feet together. We're opening up those hips. Try to relax the body. Relax the back. Relax the knees. Let them fall open. Now, if you're here, that's fine. You don't have to have your knees. It's not a competition. Don't fight the stretch. Let everything fall open. Don't fight it. Just relax into it. Now we're going to bring the knees back up. Feet together, knees together. Press through the heels. Lift up those glutes, rounding that spine onto the shoulder blades. And back down. If you need more support, your hands can be by your side or even under the glutes a little bit, or you can have just your elbows. Pull it in, tuck the tailbone, contract the abs, roll up one vertebrae at a time onto those shoulder blades, and then roll down one vertebrae at a time. Rolling down is my hardest part. I can roll up, but my body tends to not want to roll down. And then my heel pops. Roll up, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those hamstrings, and roll down. Take it up. We're going to hold that glute raise. Hold it. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the knees together. 3 breaths here. And slowly roll down. Relax those hips, relax those glutes. From here, we have windshield wipers. So you're going to keep your shoulders on the floor. And if you're in the chair, all you're going to do is do that upper spinal twist. You're not going to worry with the knees. We're going to inhale, exhale, let the knees drop off to one side. Inhale up, exhale, other side. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to hold it this time. Drop it off to that first side. Hold it a little bit deeper. You can take that top leg out if you want. Bring it in. Take the knees up. And then drop to the other side. Bring it in. Knees up, relax right here. Just let the legs and the low back relax. We have single leg lifts, and then we're going to be getting into our final little section. So take that right leg out, pull those toes back, flexing through that heel. Make sure y'all can see. We're going to bring that leg up and down. Bring it up, pull it in if you can, grab behind that leg, keep the knee straight. Taking it up and down. Couple more. Working on the lower abdominals. And bend the knee, set it back down. Take that left leg out, toes come back, lift it up and down. Now as we get better at these, if you want to, you can add a little crunch, bringing the head up, chin off the chest. But we're not going to do that right now. Couple more. Last one. Set that foot down. Now, we got a little bit of bicycle work. Let me show you your levels. We're going to take that left leg out, right knee into the chest, and then we can switch. You can keep your head on the floor. You can keep the knees bent if you need to. You can also lift the chin off the chest, hug. We're going to hold. We're going to pulse each knee. We have 5 each direction. All right? So get where you want, chin off the chest or down. Bring that right knee in, left leg out, pulse, and switch. Pulse, and switch. Pulse, and switch. Pulse, and switch. Here's step number 4. Last set. Bring both knees in. Relax back. Hug the knees. Drop the feet. We got those glute raises one more time. But this time we're going to take the feet out a little wider. Hip to shoulder width apart. We're going to inhale, roll up. Squeeze. Try to get a little higher than you did before. Exhale, roll down. You've got it. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. 3 more. Inhale, squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes, contract everything, and down. Last 2, up, and down. Last one, and down. Bring those legs together. Arms overhead. We're going to work on that roll up. Just one of them so we can come to that seated position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll on up. Come to seated. We're going to bring those feet together. Now we're going to go a little bit longer today than we have in previous classes because yoga got cut off a little bit yesterday. And I still owe my Anytime Fitness crew a yoga, so we're just gonna go a little bit longer today. Not to totally make up for all that, but just to give you a little extra. So feet are together as far in as you can. If you're out here, it's okay. All right, we're just gonna be right here, chest tall. Exhale, come forward as far as you can. Inhale up. Exhale down. We only got 3 more sections left after this and we're done. And they're tiny sections. A little bit of plank work. A little bit of balance. And then relaxation. Alright, you know what to do on this last one. I'm going to take my knees out a little bit more because this knee's bothering me today. Actually, maybe I need to bring it in more. Oh yeah, that gets a little less straight, a little less twist. Coming down as far as you can. Sit on up. All right. From here, We're going to come into that tabletop position. I swing my legs back. I rotate up. And however you need to get there. It's okay if you don't get there as smoothly as me. We're going to start focusing on what tabletop looks like. Arms, hands are underneath the shoulders. They're not wide, they're not forward, they're not back too far. They are underneath those shoulders. Knees are under your hips. Again, they're not wide, they're not right together. They're right underneath the hips. Feet, tops of the feet are on the floor. If you tend to have plantar problems and this hurts, you can always flex them and tuck the toes if you need to. So just right here, inhale and exhale, draw the shoulders back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax. Inhale, draw them back. Exhale, relax. It's a little movement. Inhale, draw back. And exhale, relax. We're going to inhale, round the shoulder blades up. Exhale, come down. Not a cat and cow. We're just rounding the shoulder blades, pushing through the hands. And down. Give me one more. All right. We are going to come into downward dog. So we're going to tuck those toes. Lift those hips to the sky. Press back through the palms. And down. Alright. Come back down into tabletop or into half plank. And then take it back. Bring it down. Trying to press those heels to the ground if you can in downward dog. This is where I miss my mat because my feet are trying to slip on the carpet. Alright. Now this next section. Bring those feet together in downward dog. Take that right leg up and then bring it down almost into that tabletop position. Take it up and in. Now, if you don't lift that leg as much, that's okay. You know what you can do. Give me one more. We're going to hold it up. Twist the hips open if you can towards that open leg. And then bring them back down and rest. Back in tabletop. Sit it back. Release those wrists. We have the other leg to do still. We do. Come back into tabletop. Tuck the toes. This time in tabletop, bicycle those legs a little bit. Alright, come back down to half plank or tabletop position. Take them back. Half plank. Working that core, keep that belly button pulled in. You can do this with the hands on the chair. Alright, this last downward dog, we're going to lift that left leg and pull it in. Now, if you think you have this, you come into that plank, but that knee does not rest on the ground. You just hold that knee hovering. Couple more. This last one, we're going to hold it up and then open the hips out to the side. If you can kind of let that leg fall back. Bring it back down to center. Drop those knees to tabletop. Sit back, release those wrists. That was like the hardest work that we've had to do, I think, today. But it's one of my favorites. Alright, so from here, we're going to do a little cat and cow. So lengthen. Back in that tabletop position. Round up. Lengthen. Round up. One more. As we round up, walk those hands back. Lift the knees. Come into a forward fold, walking your feet. Hands all the way back. However it takes you to get there, it's okay. Bend the knees, slowly round up. Rotate those wrists, standing up. Balance, and the final relaxation is all we have left. Get a drink if you need it. Grab a chair if you need it. Alright, so what we're going to work on first, I'm a little close, can't see my head. What we're going to work on first is just that weight shift coming onto that toe. Knee is soft, don't lock it out. Down, weight shift onto the other toe. Bring it down, weight shift up and down, weight shift up and down. Okay, we're gonna weight shift, bring that toe in if you can. Set it back down. Weight shift. Working into tree. Weight shift. All right, working our way up to tree. I'm gonna move my chair just a minute because it's kind of in my way. We're gonna weight shift. Bring those feet right near each other. Arms are up or on the chair. You can even bring them down to heart center. Whatever you need them to do. I'm gonna go long today. Standing leg is straight. Bring that foot up as far as you can, turning that knee out. So again, your body is in alignment. It's not in, it's nice and out. Shoulders are back, chest is tall. Find a focal point that doesn't move. We're going to take that foot down. We're going to transition right into the other side. One side might be more balanced than the other. That's okay. Bring it down. Back to that mountain pose or that hip stance. Rotate those wrists. Shake out those shoulders. We're going to do those trees each way one more time. And then we're going to add an extra movement in there with those trees. All right, don't be scared. It's all right. We're going to inhale up. Bring the feet together however you need them to be. Again, if it needs to be down, that's fine. Or up. Nice and tall. Shoulders back. We're going to drop the foot, bring the palms together. Give me that crescent. Bring it up. Crescent the other side. We're going to make it a side stretch. Drop one arm, reach long. Up, reach long. Bring it back up to center. And bring that other knee in. Back to that tree pose where we started. We're going to be doing both sides. I'd much rather be outside doing all this. Hold. Drop the foot down. We're going to go to one side. Crescent over. Up. Palms are together. Crescent over. Get a little deeper. Make it a side stretch. Reach with that. Up and reach. Bring it up. Exhale. Down. Good job. We're into our final breathing section. So our feet are hip width apart. Hip to shoulder. Shoulder, remember, is just a slightly bit wider than the hip. Arms are back. Hands are down. Facing forward. Palms face forward. Roll those shoulders back. All right, we're going to inhale. Exhale, relax. We're going to do some of those arm floats with some twists. Just nice and easy. We're going to inhale, sunflower up. Exhale, twist open. Inhale up. Exhale and twist. Inhale up to center and bring it down. Do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, hips stay forward, twist from that upper body. Inhale up and twist. Inhale up, come right to center. We have that one more time. Try to get a little deeper in that stretch, a little farther. And exhale down. Roll those shoulders back. Now this is the time to take stock of those muscles. Feet are in the floor, toes are wide, you are nice and grounded. Knees are soft, leg muscles are relaxed. Nothing is tight, you're not squeezing those glutes. Belly button is pulled in, but you're not tightening up those abs. Back is straight, rolling those shoulders back. Palms are open, chin parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. More breaths. Relax yourself. Last one. Bring the hearts, hands to heart center, feet together, and bow. Good job, guys. I'm so proud of you. You all did so very well. I have to crawl on the floor to come see you. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day.